The halls of the Voron spire were carved from living crystal, humming with power and malice. At their heart sat the alien queen, Seraphine of the Voron ascendancy, her body tall and lithe, her eyes like molten violet suns. Her voice could break steel, her will could bend planets. She ruled 1,000 star systems. None dared defy her until she met the human. They brought him before her in chains, dirt-streaked and defiant. His name was Captain Elias Ward of the Terran Vanguard. He had fought the Voron across 7 worlds and cost the Queen an entire fleet before he was captured. His face was calm, his hands still scarred from battle. But it wasn't the human that had drawn her interest. It was the creature that came with him. The beast, black as void and twice as silent, stood outside the throne chamber under guard. 12 Voron soldiers had tried to restrain it. 8 were now in the infirmary. It wasn't like anything the Queen's scientists had seen. Muscle and armor fused together, a hybrid of human engineering and wild evolution. It moved like smoke, eyes burning silver, loyal to the human alone. They called it Rex. When the Queen entered the throne chamber, her steps echoed like thunder. She looked at Elias, her mouth curling in disdain. "You bring monsters with you, human?" Elias met her gaze. "Only because monsters like you exist." Gasps rippled through the court. No one spoke to the Queen that way, but she only smiled. "Bravery or stupidity? I have yet to decide which defines your species." "Maybe both," he said. Her smile widened. "Then perhaps your beast will find a better master." The order was simple. "Bring it to me." 4 guards dragged open the massive doors. Rex stood on the other side, chained, its chest rising and falling with deep growls. The air itself seemed to thrum with danger. The creature's eyes locked onto Elias instantly. "Release him," Elias warned. "You don't know what you're—" The guards yanked the chain. Rex moved like lightning. The chain snapped. 2 guards went down before they even screamed. One was thrown into a wall. The other's armor crumpled like paper. The Queen didn't flinch. She raised a slender hand, and psychic energy flooded the room. A violet storm that slammed into the creature, pinning it mid-lunge. Rex roared, the sound tearing through metal. The Queen's eyes glowed brighter. "Such power," she whispered. "I could make an army of these." "You won't touch him," Elias said, struggling against his restraints. She turned to him, intrigued. "You built it, didn't you?" He shook his head. "No, I found him." "Found?" She tilted her head. "It obeys you." "Because I earned it. Then I shall earn it too." For 3 days, the Queen kept the beast in her laboratories. Her scientists tried everything: restraints, sedatives, neural links, sonic control fields. Rex shattered them all. He didn't eat. He didn't sleep. He only waited, watching the doors, waiting for his human. Seraphine herself descended on the 4th day. The lab lights dimmed as she entered, her psychic aura painting the air in shades of amethyst. "Beautiful," she whispered, approaching the containment sphere. "A predator born of war. A king among beasts." She extended her mind. Voron psionics could dominate nearly any living thing. Whole species had fallen to her will. She reached into Rex's mind, expecting chaos and instinct. Instead, she found fire. It wasn't animal thought that met her, but awareness, deep, old, and sharp as razors. "You are not my alpha." The voice rumbled in her head. Seraphine staggered back. "Impossible." Rex pressed forward, his eyes burning with silver light. The psychic barrier trembled. "You think yourself queen," the voice growled. "You command armies. You consume worlds. But you do not understand loyalty." Seraphine's lips parted, trembling with both fury and awe. "You speak." "Not with words. With bond." Her control slipped. The containment field shattered like glass. The shockwave sent her crashing into the wall. When she looked up, the beast stood free. "Stop him!" she screamed. The guards opened fire. Plasma bolts filled the air, but Rex moved like shadow incarnate. Every shot missed or was deflected by its armor. The creature tore through the ranks, moving with purpose, not rage, not madness. Purpose. Toward the dungeons. Toward Elias. Seraphine staggered to her feet, fury igniting her aura. You will not take from me what is mine." In the dungeon, Elias sat in silence when the alarms began. He didn't need to ask. He knew. The blast doors exploded inward, smoke rolling across the floor. From the flames emerged Rex, bloodied, scarred, and magnificent. Elias grinned. "Took you long enough." The beast leaned down, brushing its head against his shoulder like a dog greeting its master. "You always did hate cages," he said, climbing onto its back. That's when the queen appeared. Her armor gleamed like liquid light, her power burning so bright it warped the air. "You think you can take what belongs to me?" she hissed. "He doesn't belong to anyone," Elias said. "Least of all you," she raised her hands. Energy flared. "Then die together." The throne room exploded in chaos as she unleashed her fury. Blades of psionic energy sliced through stone and steel. Rex dodged, claws sparking across the floor. Elias held tight, shouting commands like they'd done 100 times before in battle. "Left, Rex! Now jump!" The beast vaulted up the side of a wall, crashing into a balcony. The queen followed, levitating effortlessly, her eyes glowing brighter with rage. "Submit!" she roared. Rex answered with a roar of his own that shattered glass and bent metal. The queen's mind lashed out again, a psychic whip cracking through the void. But this time, Elias reached out. Not to fight her power, but to shield his friend. He met her mind with his own. And where she expected fear, she found memory. Images flooding her senses. A dying battlefield, a wrecked colony, a starving creature curled beneath burning skies. A human hand reaching out, offering food, warmth, trust. Not domination. Not control. Bond. Seraphine screamed as her control broke completely. The backlash hurled her across the room. When she opened her eyes, Rex stood over her, towering, eyes blazing. But he didn't strike. He turned, lowering himself so Elias could climb off, and then simply stared at the queen. Elias spoke quietly. "You wanted to own him, to bend him. But strength doesn't come from power. It comes from trust." The queen's voice trembled. "You would lecture me, human?" He shrugged. "No, just letting you live so you can remember this." He touched Rex's shoulder. "Let's go home." The beast rumbled low, then leapt, smashing through the spire's upper dome, wings of fire unfolding from its back as the two disappeared into the storm clouds above. The queen lay in the ruins of her throne, staring at the sky. For the first time in her reign, she felt something foreign. Not rage, not fear, respect. Her advisors found her hours later, silent, her crown shattered beside her. When they asked what had happened, she only said one thing: "Do not challenge the humans. They do not conquer through domination. They conquer through love." And so the story spread, of the human and his beast who defied an empire, of how the alien queen tried to take what she could not understand, and failed, because in a galaxy ruled by power, it was loyalty that made the humans unstoppable. And somewhere, under the stars, Rex howled, a sound that echoed across worlds, reminding all who heard it. The queen learned the hard way. You cannot command what chooses to love you.